we'd like to give you a tour of Columbus Adult Education Center. Look forward to seeing you here.
Hi, I'm Marcia Adams. I'm going to explain to you the procedures that we go through due to COVID-19 when our students and volunteers come to the Education Center. First of all, everyone will have their temperature taken via the temperature scanner. If someone does not currently have a mask, they will be invited to take a mask. Everyone will be asked to use the hand sanitizer. And for any of our volunteers, we have some clear face shields that they can put on to help them when they're teaching.
It has a little elastic band back here. Put it on like that, and then you don't need to wear a mask if you have a shield on. This is the lobby where we have lots of space to sit and wait or visit and relax. Let us reach out to rescue those who need our help and lift them to a higher road and the better way, by Thomas Monson. We ask the students check in here, also volunteers, so that we know that you're here and we can keep records. This wall is the map where we'll let students push their pin in to the country they come from. There's one there for almost every student we've had, current and past. A random selection of some of our students and volunteers, some of the children, and we'll probably be adding to it.
This is where we enter the youth program, which is actually downstairs. So we have our own space. Please note that each of the rooms has its own sanitation station, so everyone can use hand sanitizer as they enter and exit each room. We have a couple of bulletin boards here that are kind of fun. Our welcome bulletin board is where our students will put their name tags when they they'll pick them up and they'll leave them when they are through for the session. And then we have a Remember When bulletin board that's going to be at some point filled with all kinds of pictures of the various different activities that we do as a youth group. We go to the Reading Horizons Oral Language Room. This is where students will work with a teacher, a volunteer teacher, on the various different sounds of the English language in an effort to improve their verbal communication. The next room is our tutoring room. This is where students will work one-on-one with a volunteer on whatever specific needs they individually have. It could be working on homework, or they could actually select a book, one of the many books that have been donated to our youth program, and have an opportunity to work again on verbal fluency and comprehension. This last room is the writing lab for the youth. This is where students will work with a volunteer teacher on their English writing skills. They'll work on developing sentence structures, punctuation, grammar, all the different things that make for effective communication in a written format. And then finally, we go back down the hall. This is our youth gathering room. This is where we will come at the end of every in-person session. All of our students and volunteers together. We'll have an opportunity to discuss a variety of topics of interest, get to know each other a little better, and hopefully have a really good time. So you can see we have kind of our own self-contained space, which I think will make for a really meaningful time for our youth.
All right, we're going to go up into the administrative wing and show you some of the offices, and we have a big surprise. This is basically staff space. Whoops. Inside we have a space for a volunteer coordinator, our grant writer, and our accountant. Oh, Linda has a big surprise.
I have the most exciting thing in the whole wide world.
First of all, we want you to notice the cute baskets. And I'm sure you can't figure out what this is, but it is the children's room. And the baskets are for the children to put things in as they make them. So, are you ready for this? Ta-da! Janet has worked so hard to make this such an inviting place for the children, and
They're gonna have fun in here.
but the adults can't come, except unless they're invited.
I wanna play. Just lots of fun things planned for kids and
This is the kitchen area. And the most exciting thing to me in this is, ta-da! Or, ta-da, if you need to cook a little faster, or you can just turn it right off. Unfortunately, or fortunately for children, it doesn't really work. Now, Evelyn and Sonia are having too much fun over in the playhouse.
I wanna take a bath.
Oh,
See
What
you
is-
later.
Bye-bye. What are you gonna do today?
I'm gonna sit down.
Cool.
I can bend my legs.
Okay. Bye, everybody. I don't want you to see me take a bath. Bye-bye.
Next we have the conference room. And in the conference room, we expect to have some meetings occasionally and sometimes a special guest or a group of guests.
is the office for the directors of education, which is Evelyn and I at this point. And as you come in this office, oh, here's my keys. This is just our cute little office and a desk for Evelyn and myself. This is where we'll hang out. So if we're missing in action, perhaps we'll be here.
You'll notice outside of every room there is a hand sanitizer and some tissues. We want everybody to hand sanitize going in and coming out. This is the assessment office where we have room for 2 to 3 students at a time doing the assessment on the classes.
That's the joy of having a conference room, Evelyn.
Yes.
You're able to move in there. Hi, and this is my office, and everyone is welcome. In my office, I try to put together a lot of pieces, ethnic pieces from around the world. I'm looking forward to being able to be here during the week so I can answer any questions you may have, and I'm available. So this is my office, staff, employees, or staff, students, everyone's welcome. Thank you.
The computer lab is right here. Inside we have set up about 8 computers for use by the students. Now we want students in here, when they're in here, to use a pair of gloves.
This is our intermediate room. Because it had been one of our largest classes before, we had to split it. We decided to give it the biggest room, and then if we need to split it, we can without any problems.
It's the responsibility of each teacher at the end of each class to wipe down their tables and their chairs, doorknobs, light switches, in preparation for the next group. This board is the name tag board, and I think Marcia spoke of it downstairs too. So here the students will come and get their name tag, placed according to their color group, and put it on. Then down here in our next room, the workroom, right here, is a place for the volunteers' name tags. Oop. Right here, volunteers can pick up your name tags. And in this room You have a coffee machine. We have a few red vines. Refrigerator if you have a soda or you
Paper cutter.
Paper all over.
Some
Pictures,
resources.
posters. We have lots of extra books and
Notebooks.
texts, and over here there are little games and manipulatives for teaching. You'll notice all of these drawers are labeled with what's inside. So if you need new pencils, you just come here. There's pencils, there's new ones, there's old ones. There's chalk and erasers. Here's the new pencils. Lots and lots of them. The gathering place or the gathering room. Again, we like everybody to sanitize in and out. And students have a seat in here. At the current time, if we have students in, we want them to space at least 2 chairs apart. And then we'll have our opening, our song, our prayer, our thought, announcements, and anything else we need to take care of.
This is our oral language class. And we had it set up before we had to social distance, so students can figure out how to do that.
Take a look at this when you get a chance at some of our fun activities and gatherings, and it's just some positive thoughts that we want our students to incorporate into their study and just to their life. This room is the one-on-one library. It's one of our favorite places.
Hold on to your hats when she takes you in here.
You remember, if those who are coming back, that we used to have to put our books on a carton.
We
March
have
them
3
down the hall.
cards.
Now we have all these books out of the boxes and on the shelves. They go from the low level, middle level, and higher level.
And then the easy readers, the very, very beginning is over on the smaller
The
bookshelves.
very beginning and the group, so there's enough for a group of 4 or 5 students there, and then you could just, our volunteers, take a seat and sit by a student and read to them. Let the student read back to them, talk about the story, the pictures, the context, talk about the vocabulary, didn't I? Anyway, make the reading a real experience.
This is Linda's favorite room. She worked so hard on this room. It is amazing. Hats off to Linda and Evelyn.
This is kind of a peaceful and cozy place to be.
Yes. It's because we had to be so careful on our books that we chose before, and now we don't have to get them out of the windowsill,
Yep.
off the cart. We have many to choose
No
from.
more putting things away.
I know. It's
I think
absolutely
Ken is excited and Jeff is excited about that one and the service missionaries because
no one has to
nobody has to do it anymore.
This is the hall that we call the Wall of Nations, and you'll notice artwork from various places around the world on both sides of this hall. And we welcome you or students or anyone else to bring and add to the Wall of Nations. We think this just kind of welcomes all of our students and says, you're part of us, and we embrace you. If you have a little extra art, you know, even just a little thing like this or this, hey,
Well, we'll find a spot.
we find a place.
This is our infamous Reading Horizons classroom.
Again, sanitize on the way in.
Yep. Now, we hung up all the charts, but it made it look a little sterile, a little plain, and so we hung up some other posters on the walls. But this is where we'll come for Reading Horizons in the rounds with the round table. But
The best part
the
is
best part of all in this room for us is, and the teachers,
Ta-da! All of our little books, the little reading books, have a place on a shelf. Can you stand it? Is that so exciting? So the teachers just need to go to the closet and pull out what they need instead of trudging in, digging through the workroom,
Trying to find it.
and saying, oh well. So now it's all right there for them at their fingertips.
Okay, everybody knows what this is. This is the chapel of this building, and it's planned to be used for larger gatherings, or if we have a special speaker, or some of the other classes that might attend and have special events. So it's pretty much like any other chapel, and we kind of reserve it for those special events.
Also here, we have church literature and material for those who would like. And from the temple, to me tearing down the sign, to family history, to learning about the restoration. So there's a lot of things that if anyone wants to share in those things.
This is our favorite, one of our favorite places. Because everything is favorite, right?
This
But-
is my favorite.
This room we call the library lounge because it's full of books, lots of research books, books for study, children's books, literature, nonfiction, fiction,
Adult books.
Games.
kids' books, dictionaries, atlases, and then we have games over here to just sit down and relax and have a good time. And we feel games are really good for interaction and talk. So we've got a few of those, and if you want to donate some, we'll take them. We have back here, we have some church literature, some adult mysteries, cookbooks, inspirational books. And so this is a place where somebody can wait for their ride or for the bus, or they can come, and if husband comes with his wife, she's in class and he's studying or waiting, they can do that in here. We have a little children's corner.
That's this. And this bookshelf has project books.
Or if you'd like to, you can join me and Marcia in a game of checkers. Oh, she got me. What can I say? And on the other side of this is a game of tic-tac-toe. So you have your choice. I'll beat you in tic-tac-toe, okay?
Got it. One of the things that we have a stage here. We have someone who would like to do a choir or music program, and so that is a possibility here. Also on the other end, we have some extra desks with chairs that we're going to put sewing machines at for those who would like to learn to make some simple sewing or mending. We give students points for various participations. If they give the prayer, or if they come, or if they complete some homework or do an extended amount of home study, we give them points. And then twice a year we have the point store where they can spend those points on a variety of things. And this is just a sampling of that. So we're hoping we get more, and anytime you know anybody or family or friends or someone who's looking for a project, invite them to donate to the store. We also have the incentive program, and this is a program where a student comes for 4 times in a month. They get to take home a bag of either cleaning supplies, cleaning supplies back here with detergent, cleansers, sponges, laundry soap, or personal items, which this has some toilet paper, maybe toothbrush, hairbrushes, things like that, and then diapers. And this is a very popular one because diapers are very expensive.
This is my favorite place because I think when you're here volunteering and working, you need a little popcorn for some energy, maybe a snow cone. And we can also do some cooking classes in here sometimes with our students. And we also, even if we throw a party, look at there. We have a
Roll-up window.
roll-up window, so isn't that snazzy? And
plenty of room. We don't have to bunch up in tables.
exactly.
Straight out of the cultural hall.
Love it. And then also we have 2 microwaves, not one, but those. And a nice refrigerator, a stove. So the staff of a Columbus Adult Education Center, get over here, Marsha. We are looking forward to opening our doors and having you all here. In the meantime, we'll be Zooming it, but we can't wait.
And welcome, 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 everyone.
Yes, we're so glad to have you.
Welcome.
We'll see you.
See you soon.